Hi, everyone. So let's take a look at the energy for the week ahead. So my intention for this reading is to look at the week ahead of us and or the next 7 days from whenever you're watching this. I want to start with a planet dice to see if there are planet energies we should be working with. Then I'm going to pull a tea leaf card, an ancestor message. Then I have 4 tarot decks so we can try to cover as much of the energy of the upcoming week as we can. So let's start by rolling a planet dice. So we have the planet Mars, and right now Mars is in Leo. And Mars loves being in Leo because Mars is a very action oriented. Mars is very driven, and so is Leo. So Mars is in its comfort zone right now, and it's about taking really confident action towards things. A lot of confidence is coming through, is what I'm getting. So let's get a tea leaf card next to see what kinds of energies want to come out for this week. I am getting a sense, a rainbow just wanted to flip out. It says the most difficult part of a situation is over. I'm going to put that back in, but we're definitely going to consider that. So with the rainbow popping out, I do sort of feel like if you were experiencing a period of darkness, if you were experiencing a period of bad luck, it does feel like the energy is starting to shift and that your luck feels like it's changing. And this idea that Mars is in Leo, where Mars is in its comfort zone, it's giving me the feeling that you are going into your comfort zone too, that things now looking forward are starting to get to be more comfortable for you. So we pulled Vase, which says secret admirer. So there may be a person or people that have their eye on you right now. But let's get a message from our ancestors too to see if we can get more clarity. So then we have success. So we're definitely getting some really good cards here for the week ahead, that it looks like someone's watching you, someone has their eye on you, feels like this is a period of success for you. And that's what I was saying, what felt like maybe was once stuck energy, or you felt like you were down on your luck, is giving the feeling now that things are starting to change for you. So, but let's start asking the tarot about our week ahead. But so far, it looks pretty good. So we have the Moon, 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups, Knight of Wands. That Knight of Wands is giving that Mars in Leo type of energy for me. Underneath, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, a lot of change. The 5s are about change. 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Underneath everything, we're getting Temperance. And when I see Temperance underneath the deck, it's giving me this feeling for you to, it's a time where worrying can kind of balance out, that any worries that you had in a situation, or as we said, it feels like there were some rough patches in your recent past or even now where you feel like you were down on your luck, but this is giving a feeling that that's evening out, and it's giving you a chance to really believe in yourself, because Temperance is a very good sign, especially when it's under the deck. It's a very good sign that your angels are involved, that there's something behind you, someone or something in the quantum field, in the astral realm, that really wants to help bring you this success. And when we're getting also secret admirer here, it does give me the sense that there is a person who has their eye on you and wants to help in some way, and maybe wants to take action. But I am getting that it's not really someone in your physical world. I feel like it's someone in your astral realm. So whether it's a spirit guide, an angel, an ancestor, you can make that make sense for you if you know your connections to the astral realm. But it does feel like you are being guided and you're being helped. So it does feel like that you are probably not aware of it, because we are seeing the word secret. So, but you do have help, and I can see that already in these cards. You're being asked to focus on your fears. It feels like you've been left out of something recently. So make it make sense for you. It could be any relationship at all, but it feels like there's something that you feel nervous about doing. You may have been left out of something. You may have been given the cold shoulder by somebody, the silent treatment. Maybe you feel like you don't fit in when it comes to a group of people or a person. Again, that's going to be different for everybody, but they're asking you to really look at that and face your fears when it comes to that. It feels like this group of people is not super productive when it comes to your well-being or perhaps your growth. So I think what's happening here, what I'm getting, because as I move on to the Nine of Cups and the Five of Wands, it's making me feel like you want to be a part of this group or that you're trying to get into this group, but you don't know how to. But I think the challenge for you this week is when I see the Nine of Cups with the Five of Wands, it's giving me the be careful what you wish for, because I'm already getting the impression that this group of people is not for your highest good and that there's something for you to move on from. I'm seeing 3 fives here. I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Five of Cups. And I do think that the message coming through here is that you might regret if you do end up being a part of this group, whatever this is, if it's a job you're applying for, if it's, I don't make it make sense for you because it could be anything. It's going to be different for everybody. But if you're trying really hard to get into something that's meeting you with resistance, that you could regret that later with the Five of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles here is telling me for you to really focus on your work at this time, because with the Moon card coming in here, it's making me feel like there's a really important aspect of you that's trying to emerge. So if you had repressed parts of yourself, or what this is also giving me, I just got this too, is that this may be this adversity that you're facing with these people, which it feels like it's a group of people, but it might be one person for some of you. There's adversity that you're facing, and that's the thing that's going to make you stronger. That's the thing that's going to help your growth. I just got that pretty clearly. And so it's really saying, be careful how you spend your emotions right now, and not to try to get into things that are resisting you, and to try to understand why you were perhaps left out of that expression that rejection is God's protection. Looks like it might apply here. That to really be careful about who you're wanting to be around, who you set your boundaries with, and avoiding conflict, it looks like, and not dealing with this because it looks like you don't need to. So whatever it is that's driving you to try to be in this group or in this job or whatever it is for you, whatever you're attracted to, it's feeling to me like you should resist that, to just go with the flow. If someone is keeping you out of something, it's a message for you that you don't want to go there anyway. And I do think that the Five of Cups is supporting that, where it's this idea of just have faith in what you are doing with the Eight of Pentacles, to not worry about these people, because your people, your opportunities, your soul tribe, for some of you, it looks like all of that is right around the corner for you, because I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles. So it's this idea to just have faith that this is not for you. I love that you're showing up as the Knight of Wands at the end of the week here, because this is really telling me that you've done a lot of reflecting about all of this, and that you're ready to move on. The Knight of Wands is always on the go. The Knight of Wands is ready to move on. The Knight of Wands isn't going to sit here and beg these Five of Wands people to let them in. The Knight of Wands is just going to confidently move on in their own direction. And we said that when we rolled Mars, because Mars is in Leo. And that is about confident action. The Knight of Wands is about confident action. So I do see you leaving this behind this week, whatever this was that you were trying to get, moving on to something even better. The Ace of Pentacles is the biggest pentacle in the deck. And so therefore, this is saying that you're rising above whatever this petty thing is that's not letting you in. Make that make sense for you. But this here, the Ace of Pentacles, is something taking off and you're headed straight towards it. This feels like it could be spiritual work. It feels like it could be life's purpose, because when we see the aces, it does feel that way. It doesn't have to be. It could just be that job, that dream job that you were trying to fight your way in. There's something better over here. And by the end of the week, you're going to be clearer about what that is. So let's shuffle these 3 tarot decks to see if we can get some more energies, things that perhaps we might have missed. I'm also getting a sense that I'd like to finish this reading with messages from your animal spirit guides, because for some of you, I believe it is an animal spirit guide that's guiding you right now. I'm getting that pretty strongly too. So let me finish shuffling this 3rd clarifying deck. All right, that feels about right. So with the Moon and the 5 of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles again. So this is tying back to this column here. And the Ace of Cups. You're getting a 10 of Cups and 2 aces. This is saying to face your fear. Whatever it is, whatever is keeping you small or making you feel like there's something repressed there, that you need to be a part of this group. This is, I just saw 1111 as I said that too. Let me try to slow down so I can articulate this the way it's coming through. Whatever this group of people is, or job, whatever it is, make it make sense. That are you wanting to be a part of them is the thing that's keeping you small. If you would believe more in yourself and your skills, your talents, your abilities, whatever that is, that fear, maybe it's a fear of failure, maybe it's a fear that you can't do it without these people. If you face that fear, then this whole world opens up for you. An Ace of Cups, an Ace of Pentacles, and a 10 of Cups. You will be so emotionally fulfilled. I think you're going to be overwhelmed with emotions once you realize what this new opportunity is. It's something that's going to fill your heart with the Ace of Cups, but it's also probably going to fill your wallet with the Ace of Pentacles. So this is really saying that if you push against this and try to get in, that's going the wrong way. But if you look at this for what it is, that this group that is not allowing you in anyway, that's the very group or people that are keeping you small. Once you change your perspective on that, everything is going to change. The 9 of Cups and the 5 of Wands is clarified by the 5 of Wands again. So we have the 5 of Wands showing up twice. This is reiterating that idea of be careful what you wish for, because if you get in this group, you're going to regret it. We saw that with the 5 of Cups. Then we have the 7 of Wands and the King of Cups. So the 7 of Wands is here to say, to really stand your ground, stand up for yourself. That's what we were saying with the 9 of Cups, is almost to draw a boundary around these people, that whatever their conflicts are, whatever their backbiting ways are, whatever their manipulating ways are, for you to really draw a boundary around yourself. Keep your heart open with the King of Cups, because good things are coming, but you don't have to allow them into your heart space. Keep your heart open. They may have hurt you. There's a 5 of Pentacles, a 5 of Wands, and a 5 of Cups. Chances are these people have hurt you. They have disappointed you. They have left you out of things. But this is saying keep your heart open, because other good things are coming. But certainly draw a boundary around these people. They are not for you. The 5 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles is clarified by the 4 of Pentacles, the Hanged One, and the Page of Wands. This is asking you to release attachments. Whatever is holding you to these people is keeping you small. The 4 of Pentacles is telling me that you're attached to that. You're attached to wanting them to accept you. But that, with the 5 of Cups, is saying you're going to regret that. The Hanged One is reminding you to look at it in a more enlightened way. Look at it from a different perspective. Face your fears. The Hanged One is about facing fears and seeing things in a more enlightened. You're integrating your subconsciousness with your consciousness, and you're really putting together what's meant for you and what's not meant for you. The Page of Wands with this 8 of Pentacles is saying keep your head down, keep doing your work, keep looking for that job, keep building your business, make it make sense for you, keep studying your craft, because the Page of Wands is going to turn into the Knight of Wands, and that's exactly when it's going to take off. The Page of Wands is you getting those creative, inspired ideas and putting them into play. The Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Wands. That's that boundary we were talking about. To make sure you're putting boundaries around the people who keep you small so that you can take off in your own direction, in your own way. Then there's the Eight of Swords and the Empress. The Eight of Swords is reminding you not keep yourself small. That is exactly what the Eight of Swords is about. The Eight of Swords is about keeping yourself small because of fear. And the Moon was here to remind you to face those fears. The Empress is here with the Ace of Pentacles, and I can't think of a better combination for you. The Empress is about expansion. The Empress is about birthing creations into the world for humanity. And with the Knight of Wands and the Empress, I can see you moving that forward. And all of these aces, 2 Ace of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups, all of this is saying these doors, these portals are opening up for you so that you could start this thing on your own. Leave these people in your dust, as the Knight of Wands often does. The Knight of Wands is a very fast-moving energy and kicks up dust everywhere they go. Expand into your Empress energy, let go of your fears with the Eight of Swords, and really take advantage of these new opportunities that are right around the corner for you. So I do want to get a message from your animal spirit guides because I am feeling like we need that. So we have Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. So for some of you, if you're seeing seagulls, if you're around seagulls, that's definitely going to be a sign, but it doesn't have to be. You can have a seagull spirit animal around you without actually seeing them in your physical world. But if you are seeing them, let that be a sign for you. But this idea about deep emotional healing is really important here. With the Moon card, it's about facing your fears. Why is it that you want these people to accept you so much? What is it about your own inner wounds, your own triggers that are keeping you wanting to be in a space where people are resisting you, but they're also keeping you small? And that really is a time to do that healing, to really be honest with yourself with the Hanged One, with the Moon. Really be honest with yourself about why it is that you feel you need them to accept you. And instead, just accept yourself. Believe in yourself, because all of this, the opportunities, are right around the corner. So, wow, that ended up being a pretty deep reading for a week ahead reading. So will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.